Welcome back to Kingsburg. This is part 3, and we'll be doing year 2. I think I've been calling these seasons. The seasons are actually spring, summer, winter, and fall, of course. Those are seasons, and this is the start of year 2. Now, I did make one mistake way back in the first episode. During the summer phase, Red had built the inn, and the inn says at the end of the summer each year you receive a +2 token. So the red player should have gotten that right away after building the inn, even during the construction phase of the summer. So I'm just going to give the red player that right now. So they have it. We'll just assume that he didn't want to use it until this point, till year 2. All right, let me just zoom down a bit and we'll start into year 2. Okay, so to begin year 2, we go to spot number 1, of course, and that is back to whoever has the least amount of buildings would get one white die to roll just for the spring turn. However, the buildings are tied at 3 each, and then of course to break the tie you go to resources, and they both have 2 resources. So what the king does here for them then, nobody gets the white die, but they do get to choose a resource of their choice. So the red player is going to grab a lumber, and the black player has decided to grab a gold. All right, so now we move into the springtime, and this is where we're going to get to rolling the dice. So I will zoom out and we'll get to rolling the dice for the spring production phase. Okay, so now for the spring production phase, we're going to roll the dice. So we're going to roll 3 dice here. That is 12, 14. So the number 14 spot is taken up. And 2 blue dice, we have the number 7 again blocked. And now I'm just going to roll all of the dice for red and black together. And what? Oh, wow. Red rolls 18, and black rolls 4, 5, 6, and black rolls 7. Wow. Red, it's 18. That is pretty awesome. Okay, so what we need to do now, of course, is we need to look at initiative order. This time black has the lower number, so we are going to switch these. Black's going to get to go first, and then red. So I will just zoom down a little bit more, and we will allocate the dice to the different people of the court for influence. All right, so we had a huge roll for red, but black gets to go first, and I think black is going to take his 4 and his 2, and he's going to put it on the 6th spot. And now we're up to red, and red has the 18. Wow. So I think he's going to do it. Red is going to take the king's spot, and that is pretty awesome. Okay, back to black. Black has 1 left, so he will put that here and be on the 1 space. Okay. Oh, sorry. No, he's not going to do that. I changed my mind. He's going to use his +2 token and the 1 for a total of 3. And he's going to go here for a total of 3. And just a note, you have to use these tokens with one of your colored die. You can't use it by yourself, so you can't just put a token 2 here. It has to accompany one of the dice you rolled. And the same with if you get bonus white dice, they need to be assigned with a colored die. You cannot assign white by themselves, and you can't assign the +2 tokens by themselves. All right, so that is the allocation of the dice. That's all finished. So I'm going to remove the blue and the green. Again, they're just part of the 2-player game. At the beginning of production rolls, they block a 2, possibly 3 spaces on the board. Okay, so going along, we get to number 3. So this gets removed. It's been used. The black die comes off, and black is going to collect 1 lumber, going over onto his stuff. Next we come to the number 6 spot. Now this one says you can take any one of the gold, lumber, or stone and get 2 of the others. So he is going to take one of his stone, cash that in to get a gold and a lumber. So he's wrapping up a lot of goods now. So when he goes to build, it could be pretty good. And now, no, nothing else all the way here until we get to number 18. And that's up here. I'll just tilt that a little bit. So the red player has scored the king's favor this time. He is going to get 1 gold, 1 lumber, 1 stone, and a guard. And I forgot to move that back down to the 0. These should be reset to 0 at the beginning of the year. I forgot to mention that. Mention it now. So at the beginning of every year, the guards, no matter where they are here, go back to 0. I just noticed that now. Okay, and so red then, like I said, gets a gold, a lumber, a stone, and they get a guard from the king. So red's token will move up to the 1 space on the guard track. All right, that was pretty awesome. And now black is up first. So black is going to be able to decide what they want to build. So we'll go over to the black chart and see if they want to build or which building they are going to make. All right, so here we are at black's board, and he has a stone, 2 gold, and 2 lumber to use. And I think what he wants to build is he's going to go ahead and build a blacksmith, and it's going to cost him 1 gold and 2 lumber. So he will go ahead and build that, and that leaves him 1 gold, 1 stone left. He's going to immediately get 2 victory points, so I'll do that right now. He's going to go from 7 up to 9. And what the blacksmith is going to do for him, it gives him +1 in battle. So now, and these are cumulative, so the guard tower gives him +1 battle, and the blacksmith gives him +1 battle, so that's +2. So that's going to always, as long as he has those buildings, always going to give him +2 during the winter battle. Okay, that's what black has built. Let's go over to red and see what he wants to build. So we are over in the red player area, and they are deciding to build a building. They have several options. They could also build a blacksmith. They could build a market. They could build a palisade or a barricade. I think they're going to go ahead and build the palisade this time. Costs 2 lumber. And away it goes. It gives +1 in battle, and it becomes a +2 versus zombies. So if the second winter card here happens to be zombies, that's going to give him a +2. So he also now has +2 in battle, 1 for the guard tower, 1 for the palisade. And that is the buildings phase. So let's go back to the kind of a turn tracker area and see what's next. All right, so we have finished the spring production phase, and now we move over to King's Favor again. This time, the king is pleased with whoever has the most buildings. And that would be, again, a tie. And I need to check the rules, because I think if it's a tie in buildings, you take a look at resources, but let me just check that to make sure. All right, after a quick check, and I did it right the first time, the first year. If there's a tie, very simple, the tied players both get 1 victory point. So red's going to go from 5 to 6, and black's going to go from 9 to 10. And that just takes us right into the summer phase. So we're going to be rolling some more dice. I'll zoom out again, and we'll do the summer production phase, and that will be the end of this video, part 3. So let's get to rolling some dice. All right, summer production time. Let's get to rolling the dice. So again, we need the blocking dice, so 3 from the green, 5, 6, 7, the number 8 spot blocked, and 2 dice, we have the number 6 spot blocked. And once again, I'm just going to roll the red and the black all together. Let's see what we get. Looks like black has 10, and 9, 10, 11, 12. So black will be going first again, and red will be following after that. So, again, we have black first and red. So let me just zoom in a little bit more, and we'll get to allocating the dice for the summer production phase. All right, so black is going to go first, and they're going to use 9, and they're going to put it here. And they have a 1 left but red does not have a 1, so they won't be able to block the victory point space from black. So now it's red's turn, and red has 9, 10, 11, 12, and red is going to spend their +2 token to turn the 12 into a 14 and take that space. And now black gets to go again, and they will take the number 1 spot. All right, so now again I will take off the blue, I will take off the green, because they don't do anything here, and we will just go starting with the 1. So black here is going to get 1 victory point. They're going from 10 to 11. They're shooting into the lead quite handily. We get to number 9. And black now is going to take a gold and a lumber, because he has a choice of gold and lumber or stone and lumber. So he'll take a gold and a lumber, add that to his pile of stuff to use for building. And now we go all the way up here to red. Now red is on number 14, so the token goes away. What this means is he is going to sacrifice a victory point. So he's going to go from 6 down to 5, but he is now going to get to choose 3 resources of his choice. And he is going to take 2 gold and 1 lumber. And there's a reason for that. We'll see that when we do the building. Okay, that is currying favor from the court people, and now it is time to build in the summer phase. And I almost forgot, because the red player has the inn, they will get at the end now of the summer production phase a +2 token. So they spent 1 and they're going to get 1 back right now. That's not a +2 token. That was the black player token. We'll give them a proper +2 token. All right, let's go into the black area and see which building they're going to build for the summer production or summer build phase. All right, so here we are at the black production phase. I think black is indeed going to build an inn. So he's going to take a gold and a lumber. He's going to build himself an inn, same as the red player. And because it is still the summer phase, he is going to get a +2 token for the inn's special power. It says at the end of the summer each year, you receive a +2 token. All right, let's go over to the red player area and see what he's got up his sleeve for building. All right, here we are at the red player board, and the little sneaky thing the red player was trying to do, they sacrificed 1 victory point to get a whole pile of resources because they are going to build a chapel. And a chapel costs 3 gold and 1 stone, and the red player easily has that. Not a big problem. And that's going to give him 5 victory points. That's a huge amount of victory points right now. So red is going to go from 5 right up to 10. So black has 11 victory points, red has 10. So that was an excellent move. And what the chapel says is at the beginning of each productive season, if the total of your dice is 7 or less, you may re-roll all of them. So that's a pretty good ability. Plus it gives you quite a lot of victory points. All right, we'll go back to the turn sequence area and wrap it up. All right, that's the end of part 3. In part 4, we're going to finish off year 2 with doing King's Favor, the fall production, buying guards, and of course the battle in the winter time. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. That was part 3 of Kingsburg. I'm just using the base game rules, none of the expansion products, which I do have, and I may do a playthrough with a full expansion at a later time. But anyway, we're just doing a 2-player base game right now. So thanks for watching. Join me next time for part 4.